Yes. We're going to talk about 999 call handlers next. They face daily abuse, even death threats from people who've called 999 for help. And that's what one emergency call handler has told us, as violence against ambulance workers is increasing.
Yeah, recent figures show there were almost 45,000 physical and verbal assaults recorded by those in England between 2019 and 2023. Our reporter Alice Defee has been speaking to staff at the call centre for South Central Ambulance Service in Hampshire.
Ambulance emergency, is the patient breathing?
Dial 999 and call handler Lily could be on the end of the line.
If you could just keep a lookout for the ambulance.
She chose this career because she wants to help, but on every shift deals with abuse from the public.
People saying they're going to come to my house and kill me, people saying they're going to stalk me, calling me all sorts of names that I can't even repeat. Some shifts it will be every call that you'll get something like that. It does get to you.
These are the daily pressures for teams helping the injured or poorly and deploying ambulances across the south.
And her date of birth. I understand if people are abusive because they're stressed, but when it's pure abuse, that's hard to deal with. I find that worse than dealing with a bad call, if that makes sense.
Obviously, we don't tolerate just abuse, but we also have to understand that people aren't always in the best place when they're calling us. So outright abuse, we will terminate the call after some warnings.
And right now, are you unable to raise both of your arms and keep them there, or can you do that?
Lily joined the ambulance service straight from college. That was 3 years ago.
You never know what call you're going to get. I've delivered babies. That is so rewarding. People have not been breathing at the start of the call, and then they've been breathing by the end of the call because I've got them to start CPR. Different things like that's what makes you want to do it. You want to do it for the people that need ambulances.
But you're able to breathe, right?
As well as the abuse, this is a service the public often use incorrectly.
I've had someone that wanted a paramedic to see their dog. One, said stubbed their toe. I've had one from a guy that ate some meat that had been in his fridge for 2 years and then was wondering why his stomach hurt. It's all very strange. A bad day, 10 calls waiting in the queue. The most I've seen it was about 52, which was a couple of years ago, but that was an awful, awful Christmas. But yeah, 10 calls waiting, that's 10 potentially people that aren't breathing in the queue waiting.
The centres in Oxfordshire and Hampshire take about 2,300 calls a day. That's up from 1,600 daily calls 10 years ago.
For the calls, this winter's been okay. It's not been as bad as the last few winters have necessarily been. My first winter here was awful. There'd be waits of 20 hours for ambulances. It's relatively manageable. That's all right, take care, bye-bye.
Lily will soon begin training as a paramedic and could be on the road meeting people in need in just 6 months' time as an emergency care assistant. Alice Defee, BBC News.
Shocking every time we talk about this, isn't it? And